Welcome to Country Challenge number 46. This time it's Canada. As some people know, it's kind of my worst enemy in Geoguessr because sometimes I confuse east and west and it really triggers me because in my opinion it's very hard to distinguish sometimes, even though it's such a huge country. It is quite important to know where the coverage is. So in the east, it's mainly in the south and here. And here, this part also. Ontario, yeah, basically also closer to the US. And then we get to the plains part where there is much more coverage, especially in Alberta and Saskatchewan. So that's the reason why you get these areas a lot in Geoguessr, much more than the other areas. But also the coverage goes up to here, even to Inuvik and Yellowknife. So yeah, I'm gonna try using this polygon map instead of the normal one because I'm not sure if the normal maps can be trusted anymore due to the recent stuff that happened. And I tested this map and I even got a location right here somewhere. No, not there. But somewhere here in Northwest Territories. So that, and it was a good seed overall, so I hope there is gonna be another good seed and that I don't confuse east and west. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, those are exactly the ones I struggle with. Let's go east. It's green trees, which might make you believe it's rather in the east, in my opinion. But yeah, in Canada that doesn't work like that. I would say it's definitely not very far north, because the trees are still quite leafy. Yeah, but still it's a long road and there's no houses. Now the road switched from being east to northeast. So there are some curves which, yeah, might indicate that it's not that far off from civilization. Now it's even north going. But yeah, if there's no sign, what are you gonna do? Can only landscape guess it. And this is exactly one of those that I feel so unsure. I'm not confident about east-west, and I'm also not really confident about how far south, how close to the US it's going to be. I mean, not very close, I think that's almost for sure. But how far up is it? Can we see something on those cars? Because there's no signs. The thing is, if you get signs in Canada, they're usually very good. But you have to be patient. Not like me. You have to be patient. So, I don't know, but this feels like it could be either Manitoba or Quebec or something like that, but I'm not sure at all. We have a north, we have an east and a north road. You know what, I'm just gonna put it here, maybe, even though I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be there. Of course, it is Manitoba, as I said, but it was one of two options, and it was barely Manitoba. And it was, yeah, quite very far north, much more north than I expected. So, yeah, I'm not sure why I guessed here. That's actually a terrible idea. That's actually, that was terrible. That's kind of the worst place that I could have guessed. Well, it can only get better from now on. Oh, we're somewhere in the plains. Those locations are usually easier. At least you can know that you're in the plains part and you're not in a forest, considering whether it's east or west and how far north it is. Here it's pretty clear that it probably is going to be Saskatchewan or Alberta, and there's no mountains in the vicinity, so not Alberta, close to the mountains, that's for sure. We're on an east-west road in nowhere. All we can see is dust and fields. What is this? So seems a little bit like North Dakota. So maybe it's north from there. Maybe here. Will we reach a sign? Always go towards the dust in those very small roads. It might seem counterintuitive, but it is usually better, I learned. Because if you go the other way, you might hit an end of the road very soon. That happens quite frequently. So if you go towards the dust, you know that you should eventually reach at least a bigger road. Yeah, there's just nothing here. Canada is crazy. We have those kind of lakes, so that's definitely an indication that it could be close to North Dakota. Oh, there's a sign here. Gas plant road. Yeah, great. There seems to be more over there, but I'm not gonna reach it. What is this saying? Estuary. I have no idea where that is. There's Estevan, but that's not estuary. East End. Okay, it was still Saskatchewan, but much more west. There's estuary. Such a small road. Oh boy. We couldn't go over this river, so we couldn't cross into Alberta. So that's some population here. And if Canada is that populated, you're usually in one of the areas that is like Toronto, Montreal, or something like that. Wayne Gretzky Drive. Huh. Are we in Edmonton maybe then? This feels very much like a suburb of some main city. Because Canada usually never looks like this on Geoguessr. Midwest property management. That's kind of maybe a hint that we're not in the east. At least not in the east. Because, where are we going? Maybe this way. Let's go south. We have, I think, English language, right? Yeah, and so far no French indication. Rexall, I know the stadium from Edmonton is called Rexall Place, I think. So maybe that's another hint. Ooh, there's a city. The problem is we're already so far in the city, the signage is probably going to be terrible. That in the sense of it not being really helpful, because first of all I would like to know if we're really in Edmonton, and I still don't have a really good confirmation for that. Also with those trees I'm a little bit unsure. It feels like it's more south than Edmonton, but I could be wrong. Because I'm always wrong in Canada. So I'm just gonna guess there. Because it just makes the most sense. Yeah, it was. Alright. Oh yeah, I could have checked the avenues with whether the city has this system, but I mean, it worked out quite well. I got the right city. Oh, another one. Oh, that's a nice suburb. Nice. So trees, I think very different here, we can say. So this feels more like in the east. One of the eastern metropolitan areas. Oh, how can I get out of here? Oh, nice. Port Union Village Common. Port Union. That's such a random name to me. Those are very hard for me to remember. Port Union. Which one is the main road? Hard to say, but let's go here. Even though it looks a little bit more green here, maybe it's better to go out of the city, because I need to kind of know. Ooh, that looks like it could be. Is it this here? Or is it? What is it? Oh, I think it's. Could it be this? So maybe it's in Toronto. Is there a Port Union I can see? Very quick. Not really. I don't see it for now. Ooh, there's a bus. Come on, bus. Help me out. Rouge Beach. Huh. Why is there French all of a sudden? It's definitely mainly English here. Lawrence. Isn't Lawrence? That sounds familiar. But it's another one of those names that happen to be in a few places. So let's have a last look at the trees. Yeah, I think this one should really be in the east somewhere. Whether it's New Brunswick or Ontario. Yeah, it was Toronto. Wow, Port Union. Actually quite close to the city. It's not even an own town. It's just not even a suburb. It belongs to the city. So yeah, we got 2 cities so far. So pretty good seed overall. Surprised, but maybe it works with such big countries that the polygon works. Yeah, this is another one of those tricky ones. It is hilly. That makes it even worse, but it's not mountainous. That always confuses me, because that makes me so unsure where it is. Western Star. That doesn't have to be anything with west. What's that sign? Construction. It's English. That doesn't surprise me. So no Quebec, as it seems. Big Presque Isle, or Isle, well, however we want to call it. Bridgewater, Maine. Is that Bridgewater, Maine? Probably, because it seems a little bit like this could be Maine. Presque Isle is here, but if it says Maine on here, then maybe the polygon is also not very well done, and we're in Maine, not in Canada. But no, it's French. Then we are in Canada for sure. Bridgewater, Maine, and Centreville. But it said Presque Isle. Huh. That's weird. So weird. Welcome to Centerville. Where is this town? Oh, those generic names for towns are so terrible. Centerville. How would I know where this is? How would I ever be able to remember? Florenceville. Didn't I just see that? That's oh, there's Florenceville. But Riva des Chutes, Lakeville. Oh. Yeah, no idea we were here. Where is Centerville? Oh, here. It's so yeah, it's quite small. So yeah, almost on the border. There's Bridgewater, Maine. Why did I not see it? Such a bad zoom level. I mean, it was much more likely that we are going to be in this area, so I should have checked here instead of wasting time and checking here, which is going to be very unlikely because there's so few towns in the US here. But yeah, overall it could have been worse. I mean, only one round was bad, and of course it was this one. I mean, I almost had it. I wasn't sure if it could be over here or even Saskatchewan. So yeah, this was very tricky in my opinion. So yeah, that's it for Canada. That went better than I expected. I hope the next one will be as enjoyable. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.